Come close. Closer. I have something to tell you. This makeover kicked my... I ruined my favorite pair of sweatpants making this video, and I have not mentally recovered yet. Hi homies! Welcome back to the Disaster Network, and boy is this video a disaster. I just made so many decisions that I knew I was ultimately going to hate. You get to see all of them. I edited out where I dropped the drill on my toe and I just cried for 10 minutes. If you want to see how I went from this to that to this, keep on watching. I don't think this is what anyone's idea of what welcome home looks like. Unless you like pots full of mystery plants, a cracked concrete slab, and white factory doors. Then this is your dream home. It's time to fix this. Let's figure out this door situation. After days of not being able to decide on a paint color, I finally eeny meeny miny moed it, and I was overjoyed that the paint color quest was over. To be honest, I want a new door, but for now, paint will have to do. Before rushing to paint like I wanted to, you want to take your time and prep with painter's tape for clean lines and control of color. I decided on green and was inspired by this beautiful door color. It's not the exact same, but it came pretty darn close once it dried. I cut the corners and the details of the door with paint first, then I moved on to the flat surfaces with even pressured brushstrokes. This was a serious trust the process moment for me. I wanted to change the color the moment I got to this point. I also removed the dated privacy film from the door side light. Well, well, well. Look who it is, looking for treats. Hi, Bailey. Hi, homies. To-do list today. We are going to be taking that vine plant out of that pot, putting the plant in the garbage bag so that we can recycle the pot for the holiday project. And we get to save some money and recycle something that we already had. So, let's do this. I can't do this. We are upcycling these terracotta pots, and normally I really love terracotta, but in this case it just doesn't work for the color story of the video. We are transforming these pots into something a little more festive. Now, I am not a big color girl. I am not going to transform these into something that you think is fantastic, but we're definitely going to do something different to them. These are just two paint samples. You're going to need something to mix them in. You're also going to need a paintbrush, and you're going to need some baking soda. Now, I'm not sure of the golden ratio for this. You can get out your measuring cups and be the best Betty Crocker you can be, but I am just going to wing it because I am a proud Sagittarius. I didn't even take the soil out of these pots before I started painting. Did I not say I was lazy? I brushed the paint and baking soda onto the pot and it made it look like natural stone. Hi homies, I'm coming to you fresh off the iPhone. I don't like the plants, so we're gonna go to Home Depot and find plants that I actually like for the front door, and then try to make sense of the chaos that's going on. That's where I am again. Home. Hi homies, so I wanted to show you the plants that I got from Home Depot. 2 of these podocarpus trees and 2 of these silver buttonwood trees and some potting mix. Hi, we are going to be DIYing these pots. And originally I was not going to do it because I did like the patina or the aging that's already on these pots, but the color was just throwing me off, so we're going to be changing that. To do this project, you're going to need some paint of your choice, and this little baggie is for some dirt. I never thought that as an adult I would be going on a quest for dirt. I used flat black spray paint instead of hand painting them. I've done this application both ways, and the only difference is the viscosity and thickness of the paint once you apply it to the surface. While the paint is about 60% dry, use your adult dirt and rub the first application gently onto the surface. If you want an even more aged look, let the first coat of dirt dry, then go in the second coat of dirt. Here's what the pots looked like before. Restoration hardware vibes after. I was exhausted mentally because all I did for weeks after I was finished was think about what I was going to do to change the entire thing. This worked for the holidays, but I wanted something that fit my personality a little bit better. So we're looking for porch paint or floor coverings. I've never done this before, so you guys are on this journey with me. Do I need to prime the floor first? I don't know. Who knows? I know I need to patch, so I need to get some platinum patch. And then I don't know if I need to seal it. I don't know anything. So come along while I experiment. They don't have this texture. I like it. So we're just gonna go with this anti-slip one. I think that's this light rattan color. If you want to replicate this porch project, here's what you're going to need. First, you want to prep the porch before you start to paint. Clean it off, make sure it's free from any debris, dead leaves. You can pressure wash it if you need to, but Sagittarius syndrome, I'm going to skip that step because I'm lazy. We went to Home Depot, and when I say we, I just mean me and my personalities. Everybody needs to calm down. Sagittarius syndrome. Because someone asked me, who do you mean by we? And I'm just like, me, myself, and I, the three of us. This was my inspiration photo. I chose two colors, light rattan, of course, it's beige, and it is the Porch and Patio anti-slip paint. This color in Pebble Patch. It's the same anti-slip texture. Next, you need to patch any cracks or any imperfections that you have in the porch slab. I'm going to be using platinum patch. Again, I've never done this before, so this could be the wrong thing, but we're just gonna go with it, and if it blows up in my face, then 2020. I watched my dad make some drywall patches before, so we're just gonna FaceTime my dad. Next, you're going to need a brush, and I'm using a 3/8" nap brush. Next, the most important part of this project, a stencil. The stencil that I got is a herringbone brick replica stencil. 1. This project requires an unnatural level of patience. 2. Stretch, eat a heavy meal, and get your audiobook, podcast, Apple Music situations ready for a long day. 3. Do not do what I did. 0 out of 10 recommend. Once you've repaired any faults in the slab, paint your base color. This will act as your grout color, so be sure to remember that when choosing your paint. Next, choose your brick color or colors. More than one color will give you dimension and resemble a more authentic brick paver. Oh, you guys. You might be asking why I'm on the floor. And I'm on the floor because this is the only place I feel grounded right now. I feel very anxious because I absolutely hate my floors and I have to redo them because every time I walk on them, I want to projectile vomit. They are atrocious. I'm not even done. And like, I know that they're bad. I'm having a mental breakdown. I need to redo them. Oh, but this took like 6 hours. I even was listening to Avicii and I couldn't move faster than 5 hours. These floors are so bad. I can't even sit on them with my butt because my butt deserves better. And that's setting the bar really low if you've seen the size of my butt. Hi homies. I hate the floors. I don't even just hate them. I loathe them. We're redoing the floors. And I went back to Home Depot. Thank you. Again, I picked up a cute little box of paint samples. They are in a variety of colors that are not gray. The colors that I chose are in more of the brownish neutral taupey family, and I think it will fit my vibe a little bit better than the gray thing that's on my floor now. We are going to be stippling these pink colors over each individual faux paver. Let's redo the floors. This is the type of project that you just have to commit. But if you hate it, at the end of it, it's just paint. Paint over it and start over or choose something else. This is definitely more tedious than just buying pavers, but how many people can say that they painted their own floor? So I'm really just trying to psych myself up to do this. I like already hate it, but I'm just gonna keep going. I am having a mental breakdown. I'm just here to tell you that we're starting over because I hate everything. Again. So let's start over. How many people can say that they painted their own floors? We're going to be paving the porch. With that being said, let's get started. I went to Lowe's the other day and I picked up everything that I needed to use in this paving porch project. I picked up 1 gallon of premixed mortar in white. Why would you want to mix it yourself? I also picked up some 3/8 inch spacers. How far apart you want your pavers to be, I guessed. I also picked up a 10-pound bag of grout. This is supposed to be white. I picked up silver because I don't pay attention. For the tools of the project, you're going to need a grout sponge. You're also going to need a notched trowel. I don't know what this is, so you just need it. I also picked up a grout bag. They just look like baking or icing bags, but they're obviously a little stronger. And that's it. I don't know if I need anything else, but if I do, I'll tell you later. We are going to open this together. Don't judge my knife. Because I can't find my box cutter and I don't use these knives anyway, so. I'm so excited to see what they look like because I've only seen them online. Finally, the brick veneers came in. I special ordered these thin bricks from Lowe's, and for everyone who follows me on Instagram, ta-da! These are inside that mystery box. Oh look, another decision. How was I going to decide what design I wanted when there are so many options? I tried a vertical herringbone, which is just a V-shaped weaving pattern running north and south of the front door. I also really liked the classic feel of the traditional brick pattern, which ran horizontal to the front door. Which pattern do you like? Let me know in the comments below. If you're thinking about buying these bricks, they are pretty pricey and a few of them could actually break. The great thing is, it's simple to conceal the cracks. First, apply your thinset to the ground and use the notched end to create vertical notched lines. Next, spread the thinset on the back of the brick and notch horizontal lines. Listen, I have never tiled anything in my life. This started off pretty hard for me, but once you get the hang of it, you get into a groove, and about 20 minutes in, everything feels less like a disaster. I used my spacers to guide me as I continued the herringbone pattern. I literally changed my mind at the last second and decided to run the bricks horizontal to my front door, and I am so happy I did. I took a break and went shopping, specifically for unique plant pots for the front door. These matching abstract textured ones caught my eye and I was sold, especially because they were such a great deal. I spotted the home goods team stocking the shelves with new pots. I turned into a NASCAR driver with my cart, parked next to these gorgeous terracotta pots, and sped to the checkout faster than you can say vroom vroom. I can't help myself. After you've given your brick at least 24 hours to adhere and dry, it's time to prep for grout. You need 2 buckets, one with clean water and one for mixing the grout. You can also buy premixed grout, but it's slightly more expensive and ain't nobody got time for that. Attach the paddle to your drill and start mixing. Because I'm using a grout bag, the consistency I'm looking for should resemble frosting. Thin enough to pass through the bag easily, but not too loose that it flows out without effort. Once you've filled your bag with grout, work your way through the grout lines by floating the grout above the surface of the bricks. If you don't add enough grout to the lines, it won't lock your brick into place securely. Use your grout float to spread the grout and force it into the channels between the bricks. Once you've finished grouting, allow the grout to dry and set depending on your product instructions. Depending on the look you're going for, you may want to remove more or less of the grout that's left on the brick. If you fancy a slight mortar wash like I do, rinse your brick with water using your grout sponge and repeat. I asked you guys over on Instagram if I should buy this bench and 67% of you said do it, so I did it. Well, it's been a long 3 months. I finally feel like my porch says, welcome home. I DIY restoration hardwared these pots, bought a new bench, DIY'd a porch with brick veneer, exchanged my terracotta pots for this rattan one, painted my front door, grouted the door kick to match the porch, painted the door weather plate black, and of course, new plants. Part 1 of my porch makeover. I'm so happy with how it turned out, but there are so many more things that I want to do to get this porch perfect. I am so excited to start part 2. I have so many new DIYs for this porch. I hope you guys follow along. Until the next disaster video, bye! I learned so many new tips and tricks from this makeover, and I'll be sharing them over on my Instagram if you want to check those out. Thanks for watching and subscribing, homies! TTYL.